Hello, my name is Ilyadis. I'm the senior instructor and the founder of the JKD Self-Defense Training Center. One of the principles of JKD, there's many different ones we can talk about, but today what I'm going to talk about is basically the hand before foot mentality, okay? And this is derived from fencing, okay? So when we're thinking about getting in an altercation, or we have to defend ourselves, or we're thinking of striking, when I enter into a range, I always want my hand to precede my body, essentially. That's very important, okay? The reason for this is I don't want to come in and then deliver a strike, because it leaves myself open to get counter-struck, okay? And the idea behind that comes from fencing. If I have a sword, he has a sword, and I extend, I walk in, and then I extend my sword, and the other person just simply puts his sword out, he's basically going to tag me before I tag him. And the same principle is true for fighting. So when we're thinking about closing distance, or I have to defend myself from a neutral position, which means, you know, just so you guys know, when we get a fight, we always don't end up like this. It's not a mixed martial arts combat situation. It's not sport-oriented. People don't tap gloves and get into an altercation. That's really nice, but you know, it just doesn't go down that way. So I might be hanging out in a bar, talking to somebody, maybe drinking a beer or something, and then I have to go, wherever my hand is at, it has to go in first in order to strike, which is very important, okay? That hit is not an end-all. It is a means to an end. So when I'm doing any of this stuff, you need to think about, this hit him, then I'm following up with a bunch of other strikes, whatever they might be. Maybe I've gotten into a range where I can utilize my knees, my elbows, my head, all right? Or it just might buy me enough time to be able to escape and get out of a situation, especially if I'm a woman in a self-defense situation. I just want to get out of there as soon as possible. If I want to inflict damage and harm to the opponent, that's a different story. It's just to get there quick. So just by simply utilizing that deceptiveness, that hand going before foot, it also makes the strike a lot more deceptive. Regardless of the speed, you have to remember one of the most important aspects of fighting is awareness. Okay? If you could take your opponent's awareness away, that means he can, you'll see people when they get in an altercation and sometimes get ready to fight, and somebody naturally just kind of moves their head because they don't want to get struck. If they can't see this strike coming, it's felt before it's seen. And that's the idea behind this, and that's why we developed that in the art of JKD. Thank you.